Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of me and Jane Z. So today we are talking about working on ourselves and how it is okay to be a work in progress. So there are a couple of points that I want to hit on this topic, and I'm going to start with I think the one thing that we all do that is actually hurting any progress that we may be making, and that is comparing yourself to other people. So we grow up in the age of social media, and I've spoken about social media a lot because I feel like social media is kind of a Gen Z thing. It's something we have grown up with that the generations before us hasn't really grown up with. So that's why I feel like I need to kind of bring it in, because it is part of kind of our generation. And as I always say when I do these things, I recognize the positives of social media, and I also recognize the negatives of social media. And so some of the negatives of social media comes in when you start comparing yourself to others. Now, that is not just to say, for example, with the whole the body situation where you see Instagram models and you start comparing yourself to them, which also not a good idea. It's not healthy. But any sort of thing that you're working on, any sort of progress you're trying to make is going to be hindered when you look at people on social media and you compare yourself to them. So for example, if I were to compare myself to Kylie Jenner, and we are the same age, we were born in the same year, so now you know how old I am. We were born in the same year, sort of the first year of Gen Z. And if I were to compare myself to Kylie Jenner, she's I don't know, she was a billionaire. She became the youngest billionaire or something. She has a child. Neither of those are things that I have. So if I were to compare myself to her, I would be a miserable failure because I just graduated and I don't have a job. And my YouTube videos get like 10 views at most, which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for all 10 of you who are watching. Okay, I am very grateful. I'm not complaining. The point I'm trying to drive home is she's someone who is a billionaire or was a billionaire, or I'm not sure how that works. She has a child, and if she were to post a video on YouTube, it would get millions and millions of views. That is what I'm trying to say. If I were to compare myself to Kylie Jenner, I would feel like a failure because she's achieved a lot more than I have. So comparing yourself to other people, never a good idea. And because I want to try and motivate people with today's podcast and talk about things that you can do, there are going to be a lot of cliched motivational quotes coming your way. Okay, so if you don't like cliches, I'm sorry, but some of these quotes are cliches because they are true. So that is why we keep using them. So okay, warning, cliched motivational quote coming your way. Don't compare yourself to someone else, okay? Compare yourself to yourself. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, okay? So look at who you were yesterday and look at who you are today. Did you do something today where you made a little bit of progress, okay? And then celebrate that small success. Celebrate that small step that you took towards becoming the best version of yourself, okay? Never compare yourself to other people. And I know it's hard. I know it's difficult because we are flooded with information about other people. We are flooded with the images of other people's success. And it's hard not to compare yourself to other people, especially people in your age group, people that you know, are very similar to you in certain aspects. It's hard not to compare yourself, but you can't compare yourself to other people because you aren't that person, okay? You are not that person. You need to look at yourself, compare yourself to yourself, okay? Look at who you were yesterday and look at who you are today. Did you do something that is helping you make progress? Did you do something to get yourself to whatever goal it is you want to reach, okay? Compare yourself to yourself. And then that is kind of a segue into my second point, is did you do something today that is helping you make progress towards reaching the goal that you want to reach? Now, goals are very subjective. Goals differ from person to person. Someone might set a really big goal. Okay, like I want to run 2 miles or 5 miles. Perfectly normal goal. Someone else can simply be like, I want to get out of bed at a certain time. Someone else's goal might be, I want to drink 8 glasses of water today to be healthier, or something like that. Goals are going to be different, and no goal is too small. Okay, so if you need to take smaller steps to get to that big goal that you're eventually going to reach. The small little goals in between are what gets you to the big goal. But you can't say, I'm a work in progress, if you're not working to make progress. Okay, you can't just sit back, not do anything to better yourself, and then when people ask you what's going on, you just say, oh no, I'm a work in progress. Okay, but you're not working to make progress. So I know some days you feel like you just want to sleep all day, you don't want to do anything, and you just don't. But a way to keep yourself going is to do something, as small as it may be, every single day, to make progress to becoming your best self, to reaching that goal that you have. And some days it may be as small as just getting out of bed. Okay, that is a goal that could be something that is making you better than you were yesterday. Okay, so first point, never compare yourself to other people, because then you're just going to feel miserable, because there's always going to be someone who is a little bit more successful than you. Okay, there's always going to be someone who, because they may have started earlier, or they just got a big break. Okay, but listen, they're also working. That is my third point. I'm skipping ahead. Okay, so do not compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. And never claim to be a work in progress if you're not willing to work for your progress. Okay, you need to work for your progress. And that is not, for example, doing something big every day. Another cliched quote coming your way. It's a quote I saw, I don't know where I saw it. I think I saw it on someone's profile, I don't know. Rome wasn't built in a day, but they laid bricks every single day. Okay, so it took a while to build that big, what's it, the Colosseum. It took a while, but they laid a brick every day. Okay, so if you're looking at it as you're building a house, which is yourself, if you're looking into the metaphor, okay, let's not get it too confused. But doing something small every single day eventually leads to something big, and you're not going to recognize it immediately. So if you're looking from day to day to day, it may look like nothing is happening, but take this day and take a month later, and you can see if you did something small every single day to be better or to make progress, you're going to look a month from now and you'll be like, there's huge change. So doing something small every day is fine. If you can do something big, that's great too. But do not feel pressured to do every single big thing at once, okay? You can do small things every day that's eventually going to lead to something big and a big change that will be positive for you, okay? So don't compare yourself, and make sure you are actually working for your progress. Okay. And then there is my third point. And this one is going to be a little, okay. I just said we are all works in progress, okay? Because that's true. I think no matter what level of success you reach, I think you're always working on yourself, okay? We're all going to be a work in progress forever. Some people have a level of success, or a level where they get to a place where they're happy with where they are, and they work to maintain that level where they're at, because that is where they are happy. Okay, so even though they've reached the level they want to be at, they still have to work to maintain or to stay at the level where they are happy, they've achieved the things they want to achieve, and they are happy with it. But most of us, especially our generation, we're kind of still a little young. Like, I think I'm the oldest of our generation, so I consider myself young, but maybe not that young. I don't know. But we're still at the stage where we're working on ourselves, and we come into contact with people, not so much over the pandemic, but people come into our lives and then they are flawed and they are perhaps not in a good place, and then we dismiss them because I need to work on myself. I'm a work in progress, but we expect them to be perfect. And that's the thing. Listen, there's a very, very fine line between helping someone and letting someone destroy your mental health. You need to know where that balance is for you, but you can't say I'm a work in progress and expect someone else coming into your life to be perfect, okay? They are also working on themselves, and you need to be able to respect that. That is not to say that if someone is negatively affecting your health or your mental health or your progress, that you should let them stay in your life. If they're having a negative impact on your progress, of course, you need to know where that line is, where you can help them without it damaging you. But you can't expect every single person that comes into your life to be perfect when you yourself say, I'm a work in progress, because that means they can be a work in progress too. So no one expects perfection from you. You shouldn't expect perfection from yourself, because if you expect yourself to be perfect, then you're going to be unhappy, because none of us are perfect, okay? So don't expect yourself to be perfect. Just work every day to make a little bit of progress. But remember, that means nobody else is perfect either, and they're also working on their own progress. So you can't expect them to come into your life already this perfect person, because that is not realistic. And like I said, you need to know where that line is for yourself, where it's you're both working on yourselves and you kind of are helping each other grow. And listen, this person is having a negative effect on my life, a negative effect on my mental health. I need to let them go. You need to know where that line is. And I'm not saying if people are toxic, keep them in your life. No. If people are toxic, you need to let them go. But that is a conversation for a completely different day. But don't expect people to be perfect when you yourself are a work in progress. We're all working to progress. But also don't let toxic people, toxify your life. But like I said, different topic for a different day, okay? So those are the 3 very important points that I wanted to hit today. It is okay to be a work in progress. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be at a certain level of success at a certain age, okay? Things happen at different times for all of us. So do not compare yourself to other people, because that will make you miserable, okay? If you say you're a work in progress, make sure that you're actually working on your progress, okay? And then third, the last point that I make is, if you are a work in progress, so are other people. So don't expect people to come into your life already perfectly formed humans. There are certain times where people come into your life and they have a pretty firm idea of who they are, and they're pretty firm in what they believe, and they're already, pretty well formed as a person. And if someone like that comes into your life, then you're extremely, extremely lucky. But don't expect other people to be perfect, okay? That is never gonna happen. And like kind of a bonus point is, if someone is in your life is toxic, you need to get rid of the toxic people in your life as well. You can't keep someone in your life that's going to be negative for your own progress, okay? Okay, so that is it for today's episode, guys. I hope you liked this one. Yeah, so I am doing something a little different on this channel. So I don't know if any of you noticed, but the Entertainment Tuesdays thing hasn't been happening for the last couple of weeks. And that's just because it's something that I enjoy doing with my brother, and he's just been really busy lately, so that hasn't been able to happen. So I've got kind of a new thing that I'm planning to do. I'm starting with it tomorrow. I'm gonna see how that goes. But yeah, it's just I'm gonna be doing some things and talking about stuff that's a little less serious. Okay, just talking about some fun stuff and doing fun stuff. Okay, so that's going to be happening, and I'm working on a couple of ideas. But okay, I'm not gonna talk about all of that right now. You guys will see as I post videos in the following weeks. Okay, so guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode of me and Jane Z. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, all the fun stuff that you can do on YouTube. You can comment what you think about today's topic, comment what you would want me to discuss maybe in future episodes, all that fun stuff. And remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the videos that I've got planned, because I've got some fun ideas. Okay, so remember, subscribe, notification bell, like, all of that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, guys.